Hello student. We discuss here about offensive and defensive strategy. Organizations need to adopt competitive strategies for their existence and for maintaining their position in market. When it comes to adopting a competitive strategy, organizations need to consider what factors separate them from their competitors. Research firm suggested evaluating the competitive advantage in business process, expertise, uniqueness, or relationship an organization enjoy with its suppliers, customers, and marketing channels before adopting any of these strategies. Competitive strategy can be divided into offensive and defensive strategies. Companies pursuing offensive strategies directly target competitors from which they want to capture market share. In contrast, defensive strategies are used to discourage or turn back on offensive strategy on the part of the competitors. So now we discuss offensive strategy. An offensive strategy is type of a corporate strategy that consists of actively trying to pursue changes within the industries. Companies that go on the offensive generally invested heavily in the research and development and technology in the effort to stay ahead of the competition. Offensive strategy directly target competitors from which they want to capture market share. Some of the offensive strategy are as follows. First is frontal attack. A frontal attack is attacking a competitors ahead on by producing similar product with similar quality and price. It is highly risky unless the attacker has a clear advantage. The most prominent example is war between Pepsi and Coca-Cola. Both are cash rich since as they use frontal attack strategy against each other. Both are market leader in beverage market. When Pepsi introduced Diet Pepsi, Coke introduced Diet Coke. Next is flank attack. The flank attack is a marketing strategy adopted by the challengers firm and is intended to attack the weaker point or blind spot of the competitors. Easily when competitors enjoys leadership position in market. LG outflanked the other color TV producer in India by launching a ruler specific color TV Sampurna, thereby becoming the first one to tap the rural areas. LG demonstrated that rural customers are not just price conscious but are actual value conscious and are ready to pay reasonable premium if organization deliver solution to their long stand problem with their Sampurna CTV. Next is encirclement attack. This form of attack challenges strategy is used when the competitor attack another on the basis of strength as well as the weakness and does not leave any stone unturned to other through the competition. The current e-commerce scenario is the best example of the encirclement attack, where the e-commerce companies are ready to go negative in their margin to beat the competitors on turnover basis. They want to come up top and gain maximum customers by hook or crook. Next is bypass attack. This type of strategy is found in a firm which has the brand to innovate, and when it innovates, it bypasses the complete competition and creates a segment of its own. Of course, other competitors soon follows. But the attack is very useful in the long term to create brand reputation and gain mass customers. Sony Corporation co-founder Masura Ibuka, who linked to listen to music during his frequent business trips, was traced to carrying his black TCD5 cassette desk around. He asked his designers to create something smaller. They come back with the headphone equipped TPS L2. It looked sleek and striking, which they showed to Chairman Okoi Morita. Try this. Ibuka said, "Don't you think a stereo cassette players that you can listen to while walking around is a good idea?" On July 1, 1979, the sleek little device hit the market price at $150. Sony called it the Soundabout and then changed the same to the Walkman. Walkman, because such a craze, consumer wound up buying 400 million to them. Today, with half of smartphone owning using their device to listen to music, it's easy to forget how ridiculously the Walkman changed things. Another example of bypass attack is iPhone and iPod. Next is guerrilla marketing, making small but useful change, which repeatedly puts a brand in the forefront and slowly but surely make it a hug name in the market, is the crux of guerrilla marketing. A small brand which wants to take on her competitors which first become famous in a local market, then will introduce price discount and trade discounts. Guerrilla marketing campaigns are highly targeted in terms of location where they are launched. Guerrilla marketing is born a way of marketing which allows brand differentiate concerning the competition. In fact, right guerrilla marketing action are usually actively remembered by the people who have witnessed it. One of the useful places to create guerrilla marketing action is the zebra crossing. The lines spent on the ground give you a lot to play with if you have the necessary creativity. For example, McDonald's simulate that the lines are French fries coming out of the typical package of the Humming brand. What is interesting about this action is that beside of being part of a real zebra crossing, which still has the same function, it has achieved that the image is one of the company product, and beside with the image type of the M is side of all predecessor. Defensive strategy is defined as a marketing tools that helps company to retain valuable customer that can be taken away by competitors. When rivalry exists, each company must protect its brand, growth, expectations, and profitability to maintaining a competitive advantage and adequate reputation among other brands. To reduce the risk of financial loss, firms strive to take their competition away from the industry. Following are some regularly used defensive strategy by firm. The first is positive position defense. The position defense is the simplest defense strategy. It simply involves trying to hold your current position in the market. To do this, you simply continue in invest in your current marketing and attempt to build your brand name and customer loyalty. The problem with this strategy is that it can make you a target for new entrants to the market. Next is mobile defense. The mobile defense involves making constant change to your business so that it is difficult to competitors to compete with you. This can involve introducing new product, entering new market, or simply making change to existing product. This consists moving between strategy requiring a flexible business that can adjust to change. Next is flanking defense. When a firm uses the flanking defense, it defends its market share by diversifying into new market and niche segment. The idea behind the strategy is that if you lose your market share in the existing market, you can make up for it is this new market. The danger of the flanking defense is that it can stretch your resource thin and pull attention away from your main focus. Next is counter-offensive defense. The counter-offensive defense is a retaliatory strategy. When a competitor attacks your business, you strike back with your own attack. For instance, if you operate a bakery that only produces gluten-free products and the competitors who produce regular bread also begin producing gluten-free product, you could hit back it at the introducing regular bread product. Next is contrasting defense. The contraction defense is the least desirable defense because it involves retreating from market. If you don't believe you can successfully defend those markets, however, then it can be the best option. This allows you to redeploy your resource into other areas. For example, imagine that you manufacturing to product liquid soap and bar soap. If you find that you can longer competition in the bar soap market, that it makes sense to retreat from their market and focus on liquid soap. I hope now offensive and defensive strategy is